What's going on, Dividend Chasers? It's the Dividend Bloodhound here with another investing episode. In this episode we're going to talk about Nordic American Tankers and should you buy right now. The stock market is closed at the moment, but over the weekend it has came out that this company is going to provide 23 of its Supermax tankers, or up to 23 of its Supermax tankers, each one capable of carrying over 1 million barrels of oil, to help out with the oil crisis that is going on in the United States, at least at the moment, to store all this excess oil that is being produced, but there is nowhere to actually store it. This company is actually going to provide this, but obviously due to a supply and demand side of things, they're charging an absolute fortune. From what I've seen and what I've researched, they are charging over $70,000 a day to the companies to store this oil, basically, for running costs of very little, because all they have to do is sell the ship somewhere, dock it up, and it's not actually burning any of its own fuel. All they have to worry about is keeping it moored somewhere while they store this oil, and then they can eventually give it back and sell it on at a later date. This stock has popped over the weekend. It's been 3 or 4 days, and post-market and pre-market, as we move towards Monday morning or Monday today, when this video eventually goes out, it's already popped 7% over the weekend. So we're looking at, is it too late to try and buy, or is it going to be good to try and get in straight away when the market opens? And try and get in before that price jumps up. Now, looking on MotleyFool analysis, they reckon that there's a potential 400% return on this stock, and it does actually pay a dividend. So for those of you thinking, hang on a second, you call yourself the Dividend Bloodhound, why are you talking about a growth stock? Well, it does actually pay a 4% dividend as well at the moment. So even if you ended up buying it and missing out on the appreciation, you should still end up with quite a safe dividend, at least in the short to medium term, to pay out a little bit of that cover. That being said, if this video helps you out and it helps you make your decision on, I'm not saying you should jump into this stock at all, but if it's helped point you in the right direction, please smash that like button in the corner there, or subscribe to the channel if you're brand new here, and hit that notification bell to get notified of when I actually release new content. Every now and again I will find a stock like this that is just on the cusp of popping, basically, and I'd like to share that with all of my subscribers and all of my viewers. I'm looking at potentially buying a small segment of this stock myself. Usually I put my money where my mouth is, so if I'm putting something on YouTube, I've usually bought it myself, or it's at least on my watch list. This time I'm all out of money this month. My money is completely already invested for what I've got, so what I get might actually only be quite a small position, only 10, 20, 30 pounds worth, which is about $30. But I will happily try and do that, just to put my money and my faith in my research, in what I've found. I'm not sure whether this is a long-term investment. That's something to think about down the road, but there should certainly be some appreciation in this stock in the coming couple of weeks due to you guessed it, the oil crisis. That being said, let's get into the video and have a look at the figures around this company, which are actually quite interesting at the moment. Catch you on the other side. Hello again, guys, welcome back into the next part of this video. So as already mentioned, we're going to be talking about Nordic American Tankers in this video, or ticker NAT. As you can see there, they've not been on trading 212 for that long, only since February, but since then they've sort of popped up to $5.87 in their stock price. However, this is not including the 7% that's already been added over the weekend and should pop as this this company becomes more mainstream and people start hearing about it. Anyway, on to the actual analysis of what they've got in the kitty. So they have a market cap of 861 million. They have revenue of 317 million, but this is bound to go far higher based on the prices they're charging for storing oil. They have EPS of minus $0.07 per share, a dividend yield of 4%, and they have a net income at the moment to date of minus $10 million. However, this is pre-oil crisis and pre-offering out the storage on these 23 ships that they have, these 23 huge oil ships there that have a ridiculous tonnage weight. As you can see, they can carry over 1 million barrels of oil each, and their names down here at the bottom. But yeah, that is basically offering this sort of option available to oil companies to store their oil for the medium term or whenever they can get a better price for the oil. However, they're charging a fortune to do so. I mean, you don't need to be a mathematician to work out that $70,000 a day times potentially up to 26 vessels is an awful lot of money, and they're in a very unique position to do so. They're the second biggest oil company, oil shipment company, or water transportation company, certainly in the States, potentially in the world. That being said, they have been trading at lows of $2.47, high currently of $5.85, but I'd expect that to change on Monday morning and start shifting well upwards. As I've already said, there's MotleyFool, analysts on MotleyFool think there could be up to a 400% return on this one. They are charging a small fortune for what they can provide, but they are the only company that provide it, so it's a simple supply and demand thing. Why would you not charge a fortune for it? Because you're the only one that can provide it. That being said, I think that in the short term this company is quite an interesting purchase. As I said earlier, I'll be looking into it myself. Hopefully I can put my money where my mouth is. It'll only be a small position, but I've already seen some people out there throwing money into this company expecting an absolutely huge return, and I'm just putting this out there showing you that there is the potential to do that, but you must do your own research. Please don't start throwing thousands of pounds into this stock. Just on the basically, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm a YouTuber sharing my investing journey, and my decisions that I make might not necessarily be suitable for yourself, so please do your own research. That being said, huge potential growth in this stock, great starting yield as well. This yield is pretty safe in the short to medium term because of the amount they're going to be charging for this service that they are providing, and then long term they'll have the money to invest in their future operations as well. And as you can see, though they were sort of loss making, they still have a healthy turnover, and that was before this balance sheet boost that they're going to get. And the CEO went on record and said that there's going to be a huge balance sheet boost to this one. That about wraps this one up. Just a quick investment stock out there. It doesn't grow its dividend at the moment according to my research, so 4% is what you get, and you'll have to see in the longer term whether they raise that or not. That being said, I'll see you back in the real world. Hello again guys, welcome back to the real world side of things. Thank you for having the endurance to stick around until the end of the video. That's much appreciated. I really do need the watch time right now to help the growth of this channel. If you've enjoyed this video, please do hit that like button in the corner there and subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you're brand new here to get notified of my new content. I do my best to share current stock news as best I can, as best that I find it out, and Nordic American Tankers is definitely one of them. Does have the potential to give you quite a high return, but this does come with some risk, as analysed in the analysis centre there back on Trading 212. They have had their issues before this, but the amount of money they're going to make at the moment means that this company does have significant potential over the coming months. I would be aware of this could very much be a pump and dump situation. So though they do pay that dividend, don't get caught out, because traders might get hold of this one and they're going to get in, pump that price up, and then all of a sudden pull the plug. And you need to be aware of that. I'm not saying time the market at all, but you need to be aware that if this company gets out there into the mainstream news, a lot of traders are going to come in and pump that price up, and then they'll pull the plug and you could end up out of pocket. So just be very careful, because the dividend won't cover that loss if you come in at the wrong time. If you get in early enough, you'll be fine and you can sell out, or if the price does come down a bit, you can sell out as well. And you should still make a comfortable profit. But just a word of warning, be careful with that one. But there is certainly, I think, judging by all the analysis that I've seen so far, there is money to be made in this stock in the short term. Not that I'm a short-term investor usually, but because it pays a dividend and because it's just come my way, I thought I'd make a video on this quickly and get it out there for you guys to have a look at yourselves and decide whether it is for you or not. I'm still on the fence almost about this, mainly because I actually don't have the capital to put in at the moment, so I've got to do some searching or wait until payday for that to come in, and payday will probably be too late at that point. The price will already be up there, so I might have to sit this one out. But the opportunity is there for anybody to see and do research in, and please do that. That being said, I'm going to wrap this video up there. I'll let you make your own calls and your own decisions on that. Me personally, if I had the money, I probably would, but that is personal to me and me only. So I will see you in the next video, and we'll see where this company ends up in the longer term. Catch you later. Bye bye.